Agent Spider, a Spider-Man themed hero placed in the Invincible animation series. But exactly who is this character and how did he come to be? Well, that very topic is what we're going to explore in this video. Hello everybody, my name is Level 5 and on this channel we talk about all things nerdy, geeky and different types of media covering comic books, video games, movies and TV shows, and today we're going to be explaining Agent Spider. Now let's talk about him in story form before we talk about the background of his creation. So Agent Spider is from an alternate reality and is a spider themed hero that Invincible meets after Angstrom froze Invincible through the multiverse, and in the episode where we do meet this character, which is season 2 episode 8, I Thought You Were Stronger, we of course see Agent Spider fighting a Dr. Octopus themed character called Professor Ock, which of course is a play on Doc Ock. Now honestly, there isn't actually anything known about this character. Agent Spider's origins is unknown. How he gained his powers, we don't know literally anything. We just know that he was younger than what we see him as, and of course he stops crime, and he's familiar with the multiverse. That's pretty much all we know. And his special abilities and his powers, of course, is web generation. He can generate his own spider webs, he can stick to walls, as we saw, and of course he has the usual superhuman abilities, agility, reflexes, durability, that sort of stuff. And we can see that during his fight with Professor Ock as well. You know, we can see him jump around, leap across the place and all different types of stuff. You know, it's very fun. And that's literally it. That's all we know. We don't even know his actual full name other than his superhero identity. But why is that? Well, that kind of leans more into how this character was created. So obviously Agent Spider is a stand-in for Spider-Man. But why? Well, it's very, very simple. See, in the comic book version of Invincible, Invincible did go through the multiverse and he actually meets several different comic book properties. He runs into Spawn. He also runs into Spider-Man himself. It's a team-up between Marvel and Invincible, and this particular episode where we meet Agent Spider is adapting issue 33, and in the original comic book there's a brief cameo from Spider-Man and Doc Ock, hence why they created Professor Ock. They obviously, you know, both homaging Spider-Man and Doc Ock. And now, also, during this, Spider-Man in particular was given that sort of similar treatment in issue 14 of the Marvel Team-Up Volume 3, because Invincible teams up with Spider-Man, and he meets the Avengers during this particular, you know, issue. This is where the problem kind of stands in. As we all know, Spider-Man's media rights are split between Sony and Marvel by the extension of Disney, and that, of course, has kind of created some issues when it comes to Spider-Man. Miles Morales can't be used by the MCU until his animation trilogy is all over and done with. Sony created their own Sonyverse using Spider-Man villains, giving them anti-hero sort of villain stories without Spider-Man ever being mentioned. We even had Uncle Ben, but we couldn't have Spider-Man. We had Madam Web, but we couldn't have Spider-Man. It's the whole rights issue. Sony owns primary TV rights for Spider-Man as well. They mandated that, you know, kind of the use of the character in TV, hence why when we do get Spider-Man in animation, it's not 100% Spider-Man, hence why the new Disney Plus show, the animated TV show Spider-Man, it's not what we know of Spider-Man. It's new and it's different and it's exciting. It's third-party licensing problems, and there's also an issue with feature length only being 44 minutes, and Invincible runs past the 45-minute mark, which of course goes past the agreement. So, with that having an issue, they, of course, wanted to at least bring something into this when it came to adapting this issue into the animation episode. So, doing so, they made a brand new character, Agent Spider, and he was really actually well received among fans, especially Spider-Man fans. I personally think that this was actually a really cool character. You know, he adopted the Spider-Man-esque sort of facade, and he became his own character. Marvel Spider-Man kind of even, you know, being resembled in his mask and his web pattern. There's definitely Spider-Man within his design. And honestly, I think it's really, really cool. Now, another fun thing is his voice actor is Geoff Keaton, who, if you don't know who that is, and trust me, I had to Google his name, he's particularly well known for the animated Spider-Man voices. He voiced Spectacular Spider-Man in the 2008 animated series of the same name, as well as Ultimate Spider-Man, one of the 4 Spider-Men playable in the 2010 game Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions, Peter Parker in the 2011 video game Spider-Man Edge of Time, and much, much more, especially with video games. I actually personally really like the idea of having a Spider-Man voice actor voice this character. So the name Agent Spider apparently came from the Marvel Adventures series, which had a character called Agent 9. Apparently that was referring to him. I don't know if that's plausible, but that's apparent. Prior to releasing of Season 2, Geoff Keaton was actually confirmed to play a role. Everyone thought it would be Spider-Man, but of course, with the technical issues and the legal rights and all that stuff, it ended up being Agent Spider. Now, of course, we've gone over, you know, different forms of his abilities and stuff, but I do want to quickly talk about his suit design. I actually personally really like the suit. I think the suit is really sick. We have this white headpiece with these goggles, which do honestly remind me of the Comedian. I don't know if that's on purpose or not, but his headpiece just reminds me of Comedian. His suit is very tactical with this like harness. We've got some pouches as well, not entirely sure what they're for. We've got this undertone, like almost dark, you know, grey going black suit with these orange web patterns. His shoulder pads, leg pads are orange, which obviously is very cool for a Spider-Man character. We don't actually get that a lot in Spider-Man characters. And of course, we do have the A right on his chest, which stands for Agent. And honestly, I really do like his design. I think it's very well crafted and a very unique character. And again, sadly, we know nothing of this. We know absolutely nothing. We don't know anything. And that's the sad part about this, is because it's a gag on Spider-Man, you know, it's a play on the words, and we just don't know anything. A few little throw-in things here is, he is a playable character in Invincible Guardianing the Globe, which is a mobile game, and he is playable in that, if people ever want to check that out. We do actually get an Invincible game coming out in 2026, which will be a fighting game. I really hope Agent Spider makes an appearance, because his voice actor is well known for playing Spider-Man in video games as well, so that'd be really, really cool. But literally, that's all I have for this video. Agent Spider isn't well known, we don't have any backstory, and he's only in the episode for a couple of minutes. It'd been really cool to explore this character, and maybe we could one day get more on Agent Spider. Maybe he could be adapted into the comic books. It wouldn't be the first time something that is from the same media isn't in the comic books, but do a later get adapted into the comic books. For an example, Luna Snow came in a mobile game, was later put into comic books, and now is in Marvel Rivals. So it'd be really cool if Agent Spider gets the same treatment, give us like lore and background and things, give us a full name. We still don't know his own name. But with that being said, do let me know what you guys think of Agent Spider. Were you one of the people that did really enjoy having this kind of like Spider-Man ripoff, which honestly does look really cool. Do let me know what your thoughts are on his suit design, and if you guys come up with some backstory, which, you know, would you mirror Spider-Man's backstory? Would you not mirror? Would you come up with something new? Do let me know what you guys would do with Agent Spider in the comments down below. And with that being said, of course, check out the rest of the channel for more geeky videos. I've done explanations, top 10s, rankings, reviews, and all different types of stuff. Hit the like button, subscribe button, and notification bell if you guys haven't already. Love you all, roar of passion, and I shall see you guys in the next video.